a good rainy Wednesday to you, and welcome into Darren, Daunic, and Chase here on ESPN 102.5 The Game. Darren McFarland and Willie Daunic here with you for the next 4 hours. Lots of things to get into, like I said, on this kind of crappy Wednesday. Just saying. Kind of rainy, kind of blah, kind of blah. Kind of feels like a Monday, but it's not. We'll have Robbie Stanley join us in about 15 minutes. He just got done working, but we're going to put him back to work in 15. Predators
Has
get
he got
it
enough
done.
in the tank? Is he
Oh,
okay?
I think so. He's young, man.
Can he go?
He's young. Those young whippersnappers, they got testosterone. Their levels are
I mean,
good.
I just saw him. He's down and out. He's in the corner. He's getting the water. The trainers are working on him right now.
Well, it's always good to hydrate, no matter what age you are.
He's going to have to make the most of these 15 minutes that he's got off.
Yeah. Well, I want him to rest. We want him to take some time off, take this 15 minutes off, catch his breath, and be ready to get after it, at 10:15. I don't want him sleepwalking, right? We don't want that. I don't think he will, though. I think he's going to be fired up. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to get into, including the win last night. Just kick off the month of February. Nice little 4-2 win.
Very good win.
Over a Vancouver team that's played really well since Boudreau took over.
Vancouver was 12-4-4 in their 20 previous games coming into last night, including a win here in Nashville against the Predators. So the last game before you go into a break, a pretty extended break, you've only got one game in the next 11 days while the rest of the league is going to play some more. You heard John Hines say it a number of times yesterday. He says, we don't want to sit on a loss. You don't have a game for a while. You don't want to walk away from here feeling like you left some things on the table and you didn't get it done. I thought they were a little sluggish at the beginning of the game, but I thought by the end of the game it was clear who the better team was. They won going away.
Indeed they did. And Philip Forsberg, I'm sure we'll talk about with Robbie, just continues to tear it up. 2 more goals last night. 24 goals in 33 games. That's not bad. I mean, that's Kentucky math I'm doing there. My Kentucky math says that's pretty darn good.
He had 2, which was, two enormous goals in the context of the game. He's not just scoring goals. He's scoring big goals. And he almost had the third. He was robbed of the third goal in the second period. It was a great save by Thatcher Demko. The Predators scored 4 off a goalie that hadn't been given up much. Thatcher Demko has been lights out. He's an excellent goalie. They got 4 off of him, and you look at some of the quality of the shots. Forsberg's 2 goals were both high-skill goals. Puck goes into a really tight area. And then Ryan Johansson made a beautiful shot, too, for his goal. So that's a good team win for the Predators. They're just good. I think the more time goes by, people around the league, they look around, they're like, hey, this team is just good. There's a little bit of, hey, these guys are playing pretty well. Forsberg's playing pretty well. But the more time goes by, you just accept this is a good team. They're not going anywhere.
I think it's kind of hard. I think even the biggest doubters in the world, or even the ones that have been kind of asleep at the wheel, it would be kind of hard for you not to think this team is different than what everybody thought coming into the season. I don't think there's that seems just virtually impossible to have a different thought than, yeah, they're about what I thought. No, nobody's saying that. Like, literally no one is saying, yeah, they're about what I thought they would be, what they would look like. That's not what anybody's saying. Like, you have to sit here through 46 games and go, oh, okay. Well, they are certainly exceeding expectations. And then, of course, everybody would identify the players that they needed to, for you to exceed expectations, that they would have to be having good seasons. And you look at the stats and you go, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense now, right? I mean, it's what we've been saying for 2 years. I mean, it's not like some groundbreaking discovery I just made. Oh, my gosh. Matt Duchene has 21 goals in the first half of the season. Predators will be pretty good. If Ryan Johansson has 13 goals in the first half of the season, they'll be pretty good. Or now they're in the second half of the season, but you know what I mean. just
Well,
past the midway point.
I think you and I said
Forsberg
this.
having a career year. I mean, look, I said it yesterday, and look, it's not, once again, this is not out on a limb. This is not groundbreaking news. Don't need to hit a sounder. If Phil Forsberg plays the rest of the season, he's gonna score 40 goals this year. He is. He's gonna have the best season, and he doesn't have to get to 40 to do that. 34 the mark? I mean, he's gonna have the best season a Predators player's ever had, and I suspect he'll get to 40. Something we've talked about since the inception of this franchise. When are they going to get that player get to 40? I suspect it'll happen. He's available the rest of the way.
To me, whether he gets to 40 or it ends up being 33 or 36, whatever it is, the way he's playing and the way Duchesne is playing and Johansson are playing, that's really what you're seeing. The results are sort of taking care of themselves. It doesn't always have to be them who scores the goals, but they're driving the team.